Welcome back, everybody, to your favourite hour of the week where The Brink comes to you live through your speakers. Well, live in many aspects of the way, which is not actually any aspects related to the word live. But anyway, my name is Ben.
And I'm Mallory.
And I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Joining us on the show today is a cat called Stiggy, who will also probably
3156
misbehave.
5167
I don't know.
3651. What's the last four digits of your phone number?
Sure, let's just tell that to everybody on air. 3651. Hello everyone, please call me. It's
3651, are you sure?
3561. 3561. Mallory's getting abused and attacked by a kitten whilst ordering something online. I don't know exactly what she's doing. Put him on the floor. Go away. Bad cat. No! Ow! Attacking my goddamn foot. Get off me!
Where's this wormy?
Get off me! This is great podcasting, by the way. I hope everybody is proud as punch.
Hello,
listening
everyone.
to this. We're watching TV, 5 Seconds of Summer on TV. That's good for them. But this week, I wanted to talk about the fact that we watched... Yes, is there a problem? Can we not do this while we're off air? This is really not good right now. What's the problem? What's the problem?
Nothing.
What's the problem?
Shipping is going to be $9.18.
Okay, that's good to know.
Ow.
This week we watched the Oscar nominations for Best Picture, which we might have mentioned slightly last week. What was your take on watching these 8 films for 2019?
What was the question?
Yes, good to see that you're listening. We watched the Best Picture nominations for the Oscars in 2019. What was your take on doing this for the first time in your life?
It was fun.
Was it really?
I enjoyed it.
Did you?
Yeah.
All of them? All 8
No.
movies?
No.
Out of the 8 movies, what did you enjoy the most?
Either Green Book or A Star Is Born.
Now, we rewatched that last night. Did you? I didn't really get your viewpoint, I think, after we watched it on how it turned around on a second viewing. Did you appreciate it more, appreciate it less? What did you think of it?
I think I appreciated it less, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that the same with Bohemian Rhapsody as well? Black Panther? Oh, I'm putting you to sleep. Yep, that's good.
Black Panther stayed the same for me. I didn't like Bohemian Rhapsody as much the second time.
Okay. Tell us about the other ones that you watched, including The Favourite and Roma and Vice. Now,
they were all terrible.
You gave up... we gave up in The Favourite. I could not stomach to watch that. You gave up halfway through Roma. Would you prefer Roma over The Favourite, though? Black and white Mexican movie about nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You kind of actually did miss some, I won't say exciting bits, but things did happen once you left the room.
Yeah.
The other night. But Vice,
pretty crap, though.
Christian Bale lover, not really your favourite Christian Bale movie?
No.
No?
Sorry, Christian Bale.
Why didn't you enjoy it?
Ugh. It's just so boring.
Kind of like this show?
Yeah.
Yeah? Would you rather listen to an episode of The Brink or watch Vice?
Listen to The Brink.
Oh, look at that. That's a good thing for people to add. Talk us through the listeners. She's not with us. She's clearly focused on what she's in the screen in front of us. Talk us through what you're staring at in the screen, because you're not with me right now. You're too busy staring at the screen.
I'm buying myself a
Yes, the audience can see what you're doing with your hand. That's very explanatory.
Epilator.
A what now? An escalator.
An epilator.
An elevator.
An epilator.
What's an epilator?
It's basically a shaver, except instead of shaving, it plucks each one of your hairs out one by one.
That sounds incredibly painful.
It is.
And yet you're going to buy one.
Yep, it's going to be great.
So,
Excuse me?
Okay, that's good to know. And how does that differ from a shaver? Doesn't shaving, pull your hairs out one by one?
No, shaving, cuts your hairs as close to the skin as possible.
Right. I could pull your hairs out one by one. You don't need to spend that
No,
money.
thank you.
Okay, and how cheap are epilators?
Not very.
Is it cheaper to buy an actual elevator?
No.
What about an actual escalator?
Escalator. Also, no. One of our escalators at work is broken right now, actually.
Oh, okay. Do you have elevators at work?
Yep.
Okay.
Just one.
For customers or?
For customers and us.
Oh.
So it, like, is a double entry one.
Mm-hmm.
So the front entry is for... This is just not gonna... One side is for the customers and the other side is for... the staff.
Right. So you like to segregate your staff and customers basically
Well,
in your store?
No. But it's like one side goes to our stock rooms and stuff, and the other side goes to the floor. So you can only get into the stock rooms if you have a code.
How do you separate an elevator from customers and people?
From customers and people.
Well, customers and non-customers. Is there like a dividing wall in between that?
No. So like everybody uses the elevator normally, but the only time that staff generally use it is if they're helping a customer down to their car or whatever.
Right.
Or if they're going, like if they have a trolley and they can't go down the escalator, so then you have to put a code in so that you can get to where you're going.
I'm proud that you use the word trolley as opposed to cart, or what do they call it here? Trundle.
No, by trolley I mean like, when you're moving and there's...
Yes, I do know when I'm moving. I've been able to do that for quite some time.
No, like moving house.
Yes.
And you have the trolleys...
Trolley.
That you push underneath the... Oh, it's Dean!
Okay, yes. She's really into this podcast, just to let people know.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting.
Can you finish what you're trying to talk about here?
No, I'm too excited.
Yes, there's a flat trolley thing that you have when you're moving in the elevator, yes?
Yeah, like, the ones when you're... No, like when you're moving house and you, like, slide it on the boxes
we've
and then...
we know what they are, yes.
Like that kind of trolley.
Okay. Which is still, I don't know if you would call... Do you call that a trolley in Canada?
I can't remember what I call it in Canada.
Okay. That's good to know. Very well. She's really into this episode today. I'm really looking forward to when we get to these 20 questions very, very shortly. Anything else you want to talk or anything about here right now?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, let's come back and ask some random questions to get some more randomness. It's time for that part of the show where I get to feel a little bit like Marty McFly.
This is like a flash. This is like a dream.
As we flash back, and we're still going back to the year that was 2013. Some great memories from the best of that year, and the ones we're going to hear today. And again, I'm just going to tell you the names of them. I'm not going to tell you what they're about. Jerry Manthi's favourite Australian, Josh the Bega Councilman, Lara Giddings goes to gold class, who is the coach of the Wallabies, and Lauren Splatterberry. Yes, they are very open-ended titles, ones that you're wondering what they're about. You're about to find out what they are about.
Jerry, absolute pleasure getting you back on the show. Best of luck with everything. And look, we might even try and get you back on maybe during season 26. We'll try and get you on for an episode recap. How does that sound?
I would love to. It's always a pleasure to talk to my favorite Australian.
Oh, Can I just keep that and forever play it over and over in my head and kind of... I might even make that my message tone on my phone. That means that much to me right now, Jerry.
Please do. I'm totally serious. I wish we lived closer. I think you'd be a really fun person to go and have a beer with.
I would be, yes. Well, again, I'm so much intrigued now about golf with porn stars and, Jerry Manthi. I'm there. Tell me when.
Yeah. The two do not cross over.
Yes.
I'm there enjoying the game of golf with a bunch of random porn stars. I'm not participating in porn.
Yes.
Let's just make that very clear.
Yes. Playboy was a one-off. Everybody, that's in the past.
And that's not even porn.
I'm hoping that if we're on the tally room floor next year, Scott, that we're going to get some sort of exclusivity with you guys.
Oh, right, okay. For the whole Labor Party, we'll only speak to the Brink.
Well, pretty much.
Well, I can make that commitment here today, so that's no problem at all. For all Labor Party candidates and elected officials, we will only speak to the Brink.
Stuff the ABC, stuff the commercial networks. They're going to be all there politically. Anthony Green, they're all going to want to talk to you.
That's it.
But no, sorry, what's that? You're not with Edge Radio. No, sorry, can't do it.
Yeah, where do I sign?
Yes, well, hang on. I'll draw up a contract.
See, in 2015, when I run for the Bega Valley Shire Council, I'll do the same thing, Ben.
No, let's be honest. How hard is that? Like,
don't know.
do both members have to challenge you? No, we don't want a third member.
No, it's a larger council than the Derwent Valley Shire, not Derwent Valley City Council. It's quite a big council, so it'll be a bit of a win for me. You know?
What do they debate? The price of cheese?
Pretty much.
The price of cheese is too darn high.
Very cushy job.
You already are a supporter of Edge, aren't you, Lara?
I am, but if there's more support required, then please let me know. But absolutely, Edge Radio. Is it 10 years, isn't it, Ben?
10 years
10
this year.
It's fantastic.
I know. Don't we
Yeah.
feel old, apparently? Well, I mean, you can, as all listeners can do, another segue, $10 supporter at the moment, saving of $40. And if you sign up, you will get the chance to win great prizes. I'm just looking at this list of prizes. You can win yourself a pair of Blunston boots, double passes to Gold Class. When was the last time you went to Gold Class?
Oh, gosh, years.
So there you
now.
go. Look at that.
Yeah.
Sign up. You can
Good.
Go take there. Maybe invite Will Hodgman. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? You and Will going off to Gold Class. That would make the media go into a bit of a storm, wouldn't
Just
it?
imagine. I don't think Nikki would be too happy.
No, not at all. There's a funny thought.
Fantastic, thank you.
Not a problem. There we go. New South Wales fans. We've found them. I'm excited. Good luck for the rest of the game. And we have lost the expert commentator. What's going on?
Lady there wants to go on Edge Radio.
Who wants to go on Edge Radio? Please feel free to come up and chat to us if you want to have a chat. No? They say one thing and they walk off. See?
Within the next 2 minutes, go back around.
We will. We will go on the ground definitely as they're coming off. And Sam, we'll do a quick loop and we'll go back to the fence where we were because the game will go on the field when it finishes. And we've got about 13 minutes to go. What are your impressions of the fans here, Sam? Rugby fans. I mean, we've been to matches of cricket, we've been to ice hockey games, we've been to AFL games. But I mean, rugby fans, they're bred differently, aren't they?
A bit differently, Ben, but they've been very well behaved here. Oh, look out!
You want an interview? Robbie Deans is over there.
Oh, Robbie Deans. Okay, who's he?
He's the coach of the Wallabies.
What? Are we serious here?
We're about to hear.
White shirt. Sit next to the
Oh, white shirt sitting over next to the girl in the orange.
Okay then. See, I'm glad you pointed that out to me because we have no idea who that would have been. We'll walk up. Oh, thank you very much. We hope he's been... Robbie Deans, coach of the Wallabies. Apparently sitting up there next to the lady in the orange shirt.
Orange shirt.
Up there in the crowd. See the man in the scarf and the white shirt and the orange shirt over there?
One right up
No, in the concrete crowd.
over here.
Yes, orange shirt, lady, and there's a man in a white top with a scarf around his neck. We'll see how we go. It sounds getting an autograph. Getting two autographs. Look at this, getting a Dockers ball signed.
It'll be worth something one day.
It will be.
When we win our premiership next week.
Go the Dockers. Just, where are we at the game? 12 minutes to go, Stephen. Waratah's going to hang on.
I sincerely hope so.
Now, are we going to push? I think we might need to turn the microphone off first instead of just shoving it into his face. And we've found somebody in the crowd, none other than the coach of the Wallabies, Mr. Robbie Deans. Robbie, welcome to the Brink and Edge Radio.
Thanks very much.
Now, what's brought you down here to Hobart just to enjoy the match and the atmosphere and obviously catch some good pre-season rugby here today?
Yeah, the rugby obviously is first priority, but it's a great part of the world as well. I've been here once previously, and it's good to have the opportunity to get back.
And what are your thoughts of the game here so far? Obviously, it's a fairly exciting match, 3 points in it with only a few minutes to go.
Yeah, there's a lot going on out there. There's obviously a lot of combinations. They're changing up the teams a lot, but as a result of that, there's an awful lot to see as well. It's pre-season, there's 420, so there's lots of stoppages, but from my perspective, it's great.
And what are your thoughts about expanding the code down into states like Tasmania? Obviously Melbourne, an expansion side in a state where rugby really isn't that big, and obviously Tassie down here, we're not that accustomed to a lot of games like this.
No, it's good, isn't it, to get it down here. I mean, there's lots of enthusiasm for the game here. I've been seeing lots of kids charging around, and they're loving it. So, yeah, the more often we can get down here, the better.
A bit of an amenity for yourself down here too, given that I've seen a few people come up to get the photos of yourself in the crowd here, so it must be good, besides myself interrupting you for a chat, to enjoy the game once and not get stopped all the time.
look, it's good to be here, and let's hope we get a chance to get back soon.
I don't think I'd ever change the name. We've got a pretty good thing going with the Wolf Brothers, and you know, if it was ever to do that, I think the Wolf would definitely be there. But there's some lots of famous people who've done that, who've gone off, and I don't know if you guys have heard of Garth Brooks at all. He's a very big country singer. He did an album, and he changed his name, and I think he called himself Chris someone.
I remember that, actually.
He went and called himself, and he did a rock album, and it just completely killed his career. Completely killed his career. So let's hope that doesn't happen for...
Well, hopefully. Lauren, I mean, if you ever were to branch away from the brink and go into your own solo radio show, I mean, what name would you be thinking of changing to?
So I've already got a few going on.
Oh.
Well,
So a secret radio shows? Or?
Yeah, no, a few names. Well, it depends, because, like, I've got the Derby name going on, so...
What's the Derby name?
The Derby name is Splatterberry.
Splatterberry.
Otherwise known as just Splat.
Splat.
Which suits the sport.
Now, is that because you make girls go splat, or is it because you go splat?
Equal measures, probably.
Equal measures. Lauren's into the roller derby. Have you done much roller derby?
No, I was just taking that all in. Roller derby, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's an interesting thing. That's something I don't think I've ever experienced before in my life.
Well, as a co-host now, Tom, you can always ask a little bit more about roller derby if you really want to.
Okay, well, what is roller derby? I'll start there, and we'll go from there.
The easiest explanation is probably it's like rugby, but with women on skates and no ball.
Okay.
I'm picturing it a lot better now.
Is it? It's pretty popular, is it?
Yeah, it's got a reasonable following both here and around the world. Particularly popular in the US.
Okay, and is it inside, outside?
Inside.
Inside?
Yeah.
And where do they do it in Tassie?
In Tassie, we mostly train on various basketball courts. We play at Aurora mostly, like on the netball courts.
Okay. Wow. Well, there you go. I'm going to have to go check that out.
I know, right? It's very interesting. Have they ever tried it on ice, or did that kind of lose people's heads because of the blades?
There's been, like, a couple of leagues that have done, like, a demo sort of things on ice, but, yeah, the blades and... Yeah, it's not...
Just wear the ice hockey equipment or something like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're already wearing a ton of protective gear, so it wouldn't be that much of a leap to the full-blown ice hockey stuff.
So just let me recap for a second. So there's no... It's like rugby, you say, but there's no ball. Is that right? So... And you're on roller skates, and it's inside.
Yep.
So what's the concept? So how do you win? Well. How do you win that?
It obviously point scoring, and instead of a ball, basically you've got a person from each team that's your point scorer, and they've got to lap the other group of people. So they're the ones that's going round rather than moving a ball or something like that.
Okay, wow. Well, there you go. I'm going to have to check this out.
You're definitely picturing it in your head. What sort of music do they generally play? Is it like a genre of music that is associated with roller derby?
Wouldn't say entirely.
Could you take country on board, perhaps? Like, I mean,
Western,
I'm trying to get something going here for the boys, the Wolf Brothers.
Yeah, I would say there's a pretty eclectic mix, so we could probably roll with anything.
We're back with the most attentive human being that ever was a human being.
That's me.
Where we are now about to continue our look at Richard Herring's emergency questions. We've asked a lot of these on the show before, but we decided a few weeks back to go through these in order, 20 a week, and we're up to 141 to 160, and of course there's 500 of these, so we're not even halfway. So anyway.
That's crazy.
Very crazy. Alright, let's get into 141. If you had to murder, and can you not breathe into the microphone? That would be fantastic. If you had to murder one person at your work / college / family, if you had to, which person would you murder?
Tash.
Wow. You didn't even hesitate.
Nope.
You know the answer to that one. 142. If you didn't have to murder one person at your work / college / family, but knew you could get away with it, which person would you murder?
Tash.
Same answer to my other one. Question number 143. What makes a good emergency question?
I don't know. This question.
Rich says that's a good question. Question number 144. If you had to put everyone called Smith in a league table based on their worth, who would be A, the best Smith, B, the median Smith, and C, the worst Smith?
Can you read the first half of the question again?
Finish the full question.
Sorry.
Only answer when you can give a name for all three Smiths. So, if you had to put everyone called Smith in a league table based on their worth.
What is a league table?
like a ladder, like a sporting table, like a...
So, like, number 1 is the best and number...
Yeah. So
whatever is the
basically,
worst.
Smith is the most common, I guess, English name in the world. So who's the best Smith, the medium Smith, and the worst Smith? And only answer when you can give a name for all 3 Smiths. Could I even name 3 Smiths? Dick Smith, John Smith. I don't know who that is. Wasn't he the main character in Pocahontas? And-
Pocahontas was the main character in
No, like
Pocahontas.
the guy.
No, he was the guy.
The main guy.
No, I knew what you meant. I was just...
Yeah, fair call though.
Yeah.
Sam Smith. If they're the 3 that I have to go on, I would put John Smith as the worst because I haven't really seen Pocahontas.
You haven't seen Pocahontas?
I saw Avatar. That was basically Pocahontas, wasn't it? I would put Sam Smith in the middle because he's got a couple of good songs, but he also had an annoying Bond song that was annoying. Please stop breathing into the microphone.
Sorry.
And the number 1, I'd put Dick Smith because he's have a good electronic store in Australia and he shares the same birthday as me. I don't know if you can even name a Smith.
Nope.
Yep. All right. Again, she's not really paying attention. But anyway, question number 145. When you have fears that you may cease to be before your pen has gleaned your teeming brain, what do you do? What? When you have fears that you may cease to be before your pen has gleaned your teeming brain, what do you do? Rich says, write stuff down more quickly.
This is way too complicated for me.
We'll go with that answer too. 146. Have you ever had a dream that seemed so real you thought it was true, and how do you know it wasn't, and then this is just a dream?
Nope. Moving on.
I've had plenty of dreams that are incredibly vivid and thought they were real, and I don't know how I don't know this isn't a dream. It could be a dream, so you never know.
It's not.
147. What's your favourite drink? This is a few parts to this question, so I'll just start with this. What's your favourite drink?
That's my drinking sound.
But what's your favourite drink? Like, not what sound do you make when you drink?
Like alcoholic drink or like...
It's an open-ended question.
Water.
What a boring drink to have. If you found out it was actually made of wasp urine and always had been, would it still be your favourite and would you carry on drinking it?
No.
I would probably say chocolate milk and... No, I would say no as well. Would you rather be immune from ever getting chlamydia or have free Kit Kats for life?
Free Kit Kats for life?
But you could get chlamydia.
So?
You would get 365 4-finger Kit Kats per year or 366 on a leap year, but you would still be able to get chlamydia. The correct answer there is saying, I know I would never get chlamydia because I'm with you, Ben, and I'm never going to be with anybody else.
Exactly. So why wouldn't I get free Kit Kats for life?
Because you could use a toilet where somebody had chlamydia on it. I don't know. Does that work? Is that how that works?
I don't think so.
No? All right. These questions. All right. 149. If you could go into the transportation chamber from The Fly, Jeff Goldblum movie, with a living creature of your choice, which creature would you choose? So I've never actually seen The Fly, but I do know the premise of it, where basically he creates kind of like a transportation chamber, and he accidentally, I guess, morphs himself with a fly. So there's a fly on one side, him in the other, and it kind of combines him
That's
into
the
the
Leno
fly.
and Woodley joke, right?
Yeah, the Jeff Goldblum, because that's when they bring up,
Yeah.
blum, 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 blum. Yeah, so basically they're saying, what animal would you merge with?
Kitty.
A kitty. Okay. I would go a shark. Why not? Rich says an okapi, as long as I got to be human top half and the okapi bottom half like a sexy okapi centaur.
I'm sorry, what is an okapi?
That's a Google question.
How do you even spell okapi?
O-K-A-P-I.
An okapi
Isn't it like a cat?
It's loading very slowly.
It's loading very slowly. Isn't it like a big cat? No?
Is also known as the forest giraffe.
Oh. Okay.
Zebra
Not even
giraffe.
close.
Oh,
Not even
it's
close.
ugly.
Show me. I need to see a picture of this. Our audience
Can you
it.
see that?
Yeah, vaguely.
It looks like... It doesn't look like a giraffe. Oh, maybe it does. It kind of...
That's a weird-looking creature.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was your nickname at school?
What do you mean? Like, any nickname or like...
Yeah.
probably just Mal. Everybody calls me Mal.
I don't call you
You
Mal.
don't call me Mal.
I didn't have any nice nicknames. They were all things that people said to me when they bullied me. So, yeah. You're breathing into the microphone again. If you were a little pig, what would you make your house of in order for it to deter the big bad wolf?
I like this question. What are houses made of?
Raw sewage.
That is not true.
Did you literally just ask what houses are made of?
Yeah. What's so weird?
No reason at all. What do you think houses are made of? Timber,
Sticks
brick?
and stones.
Rich says, I would make my house out of fire. Wolves are scared of fire. Also, it would be nice and warm, and there would be a lovely smell of bacon. I would go for brick, because if you learn anything from the Three Little Pigs story, the brick house doesn't get blown down. So
yes.
You know the story of the Three Little Pigs? Like, you're really struggling with this one. If you could have sex with a robot of any human living or dead, who would you have sex with?
I don't know.
I mean, this isn't like a Ryan Gosling sort of thing, isn't it? Like,
Wait, but didn't you say a robot?
if you could have... Oh, hang on, let me rephrase this. If you could have a sex robot of any human living or dead, who would it be?
Oh, I understand. The robot is based after the human. I get it. Sure, Ryan Gosling sounds great.
Correct answer
No.
is actually Ben, but
Ben.
that's my feelings. No, who are you about to say?
Ryan Reynolds.
Okay, sure. There's got underneath it, even if the person is dead, the sex robot will still be alive. Rich says, I would have a sex robot of my wife so that I could still have sex with her when she is away. Has my wife stopped reading this now? Good. It would be Gemma Chan. Yeah, Natalie Portman. Who would win? I love this question. I don't think you're going to get it, but I will. Who would win in a fight between the shark from Jaws and Jaws from James Bond?
I don't know who Jaws from James Bond is. I'm saying the shark.
He was like a henchman who kind of was like really tall and had a metal mouth and just could do insanely dumb things, but was awesome. I would say Jaws from James Bond. The guy literally bit a cable car cable in half with his teeth. So, yeah. Question 154. If you had a silo, what would you store in it? Rich says baked beans, so I could always eat baked beans.
That's disgusting.
I would chocolate powder milk, ready to go.
Chicken cheesy pasta.
It would go off after a while, I think. Corn chips. I don't know. Question 155. International Women's Day? When's International Men's Day? Rich says November 19th. That actually, there is an International Men's Day. It just doesn't really get publicised that well.
I didn't know that at all.
Are we all doomed, or is there some way out of this mess?
We're all doomed.
I think we're all doomed. I mean, we legitimately are on borrowed time on this planet, so... Yep. And we're all going to die, so yeah. Would you rather wear a hat made out of beef or shoes made out of yogurt?
Sorry, what's the first half of the question?
A hat made of beef or shoes made of yogurt?
Beef hat.
Yeah, I think that's a logical one, because shoes made of yogurt just make absolutely no sense. It would just drip off.
Yeah.
Then it says underneath NB, the yogurt would be usual vicious consistency and the beef would rot over the course of time and attract vermin and vultures. Then you could just take it off, I guess. Lady Gaga wore a meat dress to the Grammys once, so, you know. Question number 158. If you got the chance, would you cryogenically freeze yourself at the point of death in the hope of being cured in the future? How do you think you'd fit in if it worked out for you? Wouldn't you be worried the future humans would think you were a primitive idiot? I'm going to jump in and say yes, because that's legitimately how I would like to be when I die. That's honestly, if I had one choice, that's what I'd like to do, but it's very expensive and it's ridiculously expensive, and I'm not going to pay for something that's not even guaranteed to work. So... I would, but I'm guessing you wouldn't.
I probably wouldn't, no.
Okay. 159. What is the most pretentious book you've ever bought but never read?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't buy books. And 160. Is less more or is it less? And more is more. I mean, occasionally less is better than more, but that wasn't the question, was it? It's always less.
That question was way too complicated for my brain.
So I guess the actual question they're asking is less more.
It depends on what it is.
Well, I mean, I would be an asshole and be, well, technically speaking, no, less is not more. Because you can't have, if you've got more of something, then less is less than more. Like, if I've got 2 phones in my hand and you've got 3, then I've got less and you've got more. So less can't be more because you've got more than I do.
Yes.
So that's if I'm being a complete technical asshole on that things. That's like that question they used to ask you, what's heavier, a ton of feathers or a ton of rocks?
Neither.
Exactly. They're both equal weight because they're both a ton. You just would need a lot more feathers to get to a ton. But that used to always trick me in school. Because you think about it, and you're like, well, a ton of rocks is going to be heavier than a ton of feathers. It's like, well, no. Each is a ton.
It's just going to be more dense.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to need less rocks to get to a ton than you would feathers. So, anyway, Mallory's got a weird look on her face. I don't know if that's because she doesn't know what I'm saying or she's looking at Miley Cyrus on the screen.
It's like a stripper video.
It's Miley Cyrus. What can you say? Let's move on. And
Also, nobody's driving her car.
And wrap things up. Getting ready to get some singing on.
It's that time of the week to play everybody's favorite game show. It's Forget the Lyrics! Here on the Brink on Edge Radio. Over to the studio.
Yes, Forget the Lyrics. Getting some classic ones going on again today. And once again, you're going to hear a few different ones from myself. Stu's in here as well. Josh is here as well. And the ones you're going to hear today, Sledgehammer, Skater Boy, Shape of You, Sexy Back, which was the very first Forget the Lyrics we did all the way back in 2008, as well as Sexy and I Know It. And you know that one's going to be sung by me. That's the chair. I'm not getting a bit excited. By the way. I'm like Japan now or something. Lauren's dancing. She's halfway to singing. Get something going. I didn't use a bag this morning, so that's inspiration. Yeah. Bags and caramel. I went to the supermarket, bought a heap of packets of caramel, went down to the apple orchard and saw lots of apples on the trees. Then I realized I had to pay for my bags. I was very angry. I dropped all the caramel on the ground. It flooded down the street, yeah, to the apples. People in Huonville said, "Oh, caramel! I wanna eat your caramel off the ground with apples, 'cause my bags cost money. That caramel will fall on the floor. Yeah, the floor. The floor." There's people in the background going, yeah, that's the people of Huonville. Seriously. Eating the caramel with the apples now. The caramel on the bags, and it landed on a cow. I want to drink it up with a straw in Huonville. I blame Lara Giddings for charging us for bags. No.
There's a summit, it's called a G20. Stewie wants to host it at his house. Put on some snags and some beer. He wants to have them to play some Nintendo 64. They played Mario Kart and GoldenEye, and the winner was Barack Obama. Got up and shook Vladimir's hand. added Tony Abbott as well. They had a three-pronged handshake on the table. It broke cause Vladimir Putin smashed it. Angela Merkel came, she slapped him in the face and said, I am the best thing in the world. Stewie!
We're going to do Burnouts in the Commie, feeding Barrack. Angela was there rocking the beer. She calls all the other leaders up, and Tony Abbott sits there and cries because Vladimir doesn't want to play with him anymore. He was a sad boy because Vladimir didn't play. He didn't love him anymore. Now Angela's there. She's dancing on the I'm sorry, man. I just lose it.
That's better. The ring isn't the best place for you to go and wrestle. Lol, just kidding. Yes, it is, because it is in the WWE. You've got muscly men, they're in lots of tight things, and lots of tight women and muscles as well. Gonna beat you up, but lol, it's fake because it's nothing real to see. And I'm like, I am going to hit you now across the head with a steel chair. Yes, gonna put you on a cage, bounce you in the ropes and make you rage. And no, I don't know that many new wrestlers. I haven't watched it since Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, but he's still in it, I think. So is Stone Cold. No, he's not. I'm in love with the WWE. I don't really know much about it. I think there's a guy called John Cena. He's got lots of pecs. And maybe he was in my room last night because he smelt like you. But no, I'm just kidding because I don't know if he was. I'm in love with the WWE. WWE. That really doesn't work with that part of the song. No, it really doesn't. Gonna whack you with a steel chair. It's a WWE, and that's what I'm singing about. I forget the lyrics. I don't know if Dakota remembers some of the wrestlers that I used to watch. My favourite was Razor Ramon, and he was pretty cool, and I think he made the Hall of Fame the other year. I also like Bret Hart. He was really cool. He was also from Calgary. That's why I'm wearing their top. I like the Flames, and he was really cool because he was known as the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. I can't speak properly because his song is so damn fast. It is really hard to sing about the WWE on Fring, and yes, that was a bad rhyme, but I tried, and that's the part of this song that I want you to know. Try and do your best. I'm in love with the WWE. You can't watch it on TV for free. You gotta pay a lot for it on the lots of things that made absolutely no sense. Dakota's got a weird look on his face, which is pretty usual for him because he's weird looking. No! Wow! That went dark.
Well. Are you ready for this, Josh? I'm going to give you 30 seconds, starting from now. And remember, you're not allowed to sing the correct lyrics. So when you're ready, Josh, you start singing, mate.
Yeah.
Over to you.
I've got a MySpace. Yeah. I've got a Facebook. Yeah. I've got anything that's got my friends on it. I've got a mobile phone, I'll let you hear it ring. Oh yeah. I've got a Facebook, yeah. It's got Ben on it. It's got Jade on it. It's got... No, it ain't got Anthony on it.
You said the A word. I think that's going to be enough.
Yes.
Absolutely what?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo,
When I walk on the court, I like to hit those balls really hard. Oh! I grunt really loud, and then that puts people off their balls. I smack the balls into the net, and then I go, oh! I'm gonna win the Open, cause I'm really cool and open. Girl, hit that ball. Ah! Girl, hit that ball. Ah! I grunt really loud. Ah! I grunt loud. I grunt really loud. Ah! I hit the ball. Ah! That sounds really bad. Ah! That's why men watch me. When I hit that ball on the court, it goes really loud. It smacks it into the net and people go loud. I wanna win the Open cause I'm Maria Sharapova. I grunt and I know it. Ah! Is the real Maria got a grunt in the background? Ah! Ah! Oh! Ah! I hit the ball. I won the Open 1 year. People get put off by the way I hit the cheer. Oh, I wonder why men watch me when I walk on by. Ah! Do they watch me for my tennis or the way I grunt and do it? Ah! I hit that ball. Ah! I hit that ball. Ah! I hit that ball. Ah! I grunt loud. I hit that ball. Ah! I hit that ball. Ah! I'm gonna give up now. This went bad. Welcome back to the brink as we get ready to close things out. Have you ordered your elevator? What's it called?
Epilator.
An escalator. I like escalator better. What's the plan for the week? It's Waitangi Day this week.
Yes.
Happy Waitangi Day, and for anybody who doesn't know what that is, you're
Google
on the same page as us because we have no idea what it is and we're about to experience it. It's New Zealand's National Day, which I find slightly weird because, you know...
Are you saying New Zealand shouldn't have
Yes.
Because that is offensive?
No, I think the thing that I find weird about it, and maybe it's just the way it's done differently, is that in the lead up to Australia Day, you go into a store and, you know, you can buy merchandise with Australian flags on it. When I was in the US for July 4, everywhere you go, July 4 stuff, you know, buy a US flag. I'm sure it's the same in Canada, for Canada Day, like buy your Canadian flags and buy your Canada plates and stuff like that. Have you seen
Canada plates?
Have you seen merchandise here with any New Zealand flags on it, or trying like, hey, celebrate Waitangi Day?
To be completely honest, I haven't really looked.
But like, I mean, we were in the warehouse yesterday because that's the only place we can really go in this city. But not like there's nothing.
Don't offend the locals.
There's nothing to like show. Like maybe is this just not what New Zealanders do on their National Day? Or
yeah, I guess I don't know.
Yeah. So well, I get a day off work for it. So
go team!
I'm not going to complain. I don't generally get days off work. I usually have to work. So now Mark Ronson's in the car. Don't worry, Marley's safe. Just for those wondering about things before. So. Yeah, you're a few weeks away, I think, from officially being the most hosted female. Well, maybe
look at me go.
A little bit further than a few weeks away, but you know, just stick it out, my love, and you'll be going through this.
All right.
Anything else you wish to add at all?
No, not really.
No. You've been very exciting this episode, haven't you?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, your little miss uppity and talkative, and
I'm trying to buy myself.
She wants to buy her escalator. So
Epilator.
Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe on the regular channels, and everything along those lines. And perhaps somebody on this episode might be more excited for next week. Who knows? She's sad now. Oh, what a shame. But until next week, thanks for listening, and
good night.
You're not going to say the whole thing?
Keep sucking those oranges.
Hobart.
And good night.
Thank you.
Did you go through all of the like us on Facebook, follow us on?
She really wasn't listening. We're leaving. All right, bye.
Sorry.